Hey there, it's Nick from Ruly. In this video, I'll show how to use the Ruly API in Postman. All of the data from Ruly is accessible through its API. Here we are on an employee list. Let's make some API calls to read and update data from this table. Here we are in Postman. To make an API call, you first need an unexpired bearer token. Here is the example of generating the token via a service account. Here we're making a post call with its credentials. Let's generate the token. Here we see the response containing the tokens and their expiry. The token used to make calls is the access token. Let's save it for our future calls. Right-click on the token and select Set as Variable. I'll add it as the Ruly token to save for future calls. Check out our documentation for more information on token settings and other authentication methods such as OAuth2. To make a GET call, use data endpoints in the URL. After the data endpoint, include the name of the table in the URL. Here we see the API call returned a list of employees with all the fields, including the ID. Now let's get one employee by ID. To return one employee, I included the ID in the URL. Here we see the call return the data for one employee with the same ID as the URL. For the next example, let's get only specific fields from the employee table. The fields are entered into the URL. Here we see only the fields first name, last name, city, supervisor were returned. For this next example, let's see how to use filters. The filter is at the end of the URL to filter by employees with the first name either David or Lewis. Here we see the call returned only records that have the first name David or Lewis. For this example, the results are sorted by last name in descending order. Here we see the results were returned in descending order. For the next example, the call will return data from a linked table. The call was configured to return the supervisor's first name and last name. You can get details from linked tables by listing those fields. Here we see the supervisor's first name and last name was returned. In this example, the call will update an existing employee record. Use put verb for that and include the ID in the body. This call will change the city to Chicago of the employee that has the ID 31. When using the post verb and there's no ID, a new employee will be created. An employee with the submitted data and ID 103 was created. For this final example, the call will delete the employee record that we just created. Here we see the call was successful. Thanks for watching.